One day I was here at the office and I got a call from, I think it was the hospital back home. And they told me that, hey, your dad has fallen into a coma. We know it's pretty sudden, but we don't think he's going to make it through the night. So you need to get home now. I got to the hospital. Dad was in a coma. So spent 2 weeks in the ICU. We spent Thanksgiving in the ICU. And at the end of the 2 weeks, it wasn't looking good. So ultimately, we had to make the decision to end life support. So the third week I was home, it was all funeral preparations, stuff like that. Funeral was on a Saturday. Said bye to visiting family on Sunday. Flew back down here to Biloxi on Monday, and I was back to work on Tuesday because I was out of leave. So when I got back to work, I was not really in the presence of mind to do a good job at my tasks. I wasn't really here, I guess, if that makes sense. My supervisor at the time decided to introduce me to this other hobby he had, which was called overlanding. So he'd always make me bring my camera, and he'd always give me a photo assignment. So if there was a tree down in the road that him and the crew had to take down, he'd be like, all right, tell a photo story about us clearing this tree, or tell a story about from our dog's perspective, or find ways to make us sitting in a truck and driving down an old dusty road interesting. So I appreciated that he always he took the time out of his weekends, out of his evenings, to bring me out to a place where I wouldn't otherwise be able to go, but also found ways to tie it back into what we did for the Air Force, and use it as a training opportunity and hone my craft, but also give me something to do, give me something to focus on, give me something to work on. There's already enough hard stuff that we have to deal with in our Air Force life, but sometimes when personal life stuff and Air Force life stuff crash into each other, it's kind of a mess. And as a supervisor, the impact that you can have can't be understated.